Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Irish Eyes here. So I'm in historical Deansgrange Cemetery today, and I'm just going to show you around a couple of spectacular looking headstones and monuments. And it has some very beautiful monuments, as you can see. So we'll go for a walk around and we'll have a look and read some of them. And this one here caught my eye, this angel. Very, very beautiful. And it's a little girl with wings as an angel. In loving memory of Mary Olive Hamilton Hardy, only child of Major W.A. and Emily C. Hardy, died on the 15th of January 1913, aged 12 years old. So she's a daughter, an only child of Major C. Hardy. So I'm sure the statue is to look like his daughter, Mary Olive. But isn't it just beautiful? And there's the wings in the back, the angel. Very, very nice. All this area was tidied up and cleaned. I was talking to a man earlier who was telling me that there was a lot of wild growth here in the cemetery. And it's been all tidied up. As you can see, the trees are cut. The area is looking really, really nice. So I'll just go for a look up around, see what headstones we can come across. Very large cemetery. Old. I don't think it's as old as Mount Jerome. Mount Jerome is an older cemetery. But the headstones are really old. And here we have this lovely one. An angel again, holding flowers in her hands. In loving memory of Joseph R. Knaggs, died 1887, aged 1 year old. James Knaggs died the 26th of February 1890, aged 24 years old. Mary A. Knaggs, 1895, aged 54. Eleanor Galbraith Delaney, died August 1904, aged 21. James died 1907, aged 72. And down the bottom here, Kathleen Frances Rickards, 1928, interred at Père Lachaise, Paris. Wow. Which is a very famous cemetery, I believe, in Paris. So Kathleen is interred there, 1928. And I'm sure Kathleen's monument in Paris is a spectacular monument just like this. So a lot to see in this old cemetery. We'll take in as much as we can take in today and read. A lot of seagulls around the area. Love and memory of a devoted wife and mother, Nora Kane. Died November 1996, aged 61. Also her husband, Paul Dozer, died October 2010, aged 74 years. Believe it or not. It says, imagine this, a saying on it there. He died on the 13th of October 2010, aged 74, and in brackets it says, believe it or not. Also their beloved son, Mark, aged 44, in 2014. Number one dad. And there's a lovely picture of Nora and Paul. A beautiful couple. And a picture of Mark. Rest in peace. There's a couple of statues and monuments over here I want to look at and show you guys. Just as you come in the entrance over there of Deansgrange. And all the stuff that's under my feet here is all like sawdust or chippings, wood chippings from all the trees that were cut here. Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord. Another fine headstone. In loving memory of John Irvine, who interred into rest June 1911, aged 52. Also his wife, Catherine Irvine, who interred into rest 1931, aged 75 years old. And their son, John Walter, interred into rest 1936, aged 44. Elizabeth McCormick, June 1960. You can hear the birds singing. A beautiful sound in a beautiful cemetery. There's a few of these half pillar graves here also. There's another one. A half pillar. Life could be cut short. And I think that's what it says when we read. Also, Edith Aileen, their eldest and dearly loved daughter, died September 1912, aged 27 years old. And the name of the person who designed the monument, Beggs Dawkey. And the other name on that, in love and memory of John Cuthbert, eldest and dearly beloved son of George D. and Helena, aged 8 years old in 1890. So that's where we get the half pillar from, as I was saying, life cut short. So I'm going to try and read the one I did spot when I came in first. Just this one here. This is a beautiful one with an urn on top and the veil, half veil over the urn. In loving memory of a loving sister, Margaret, widow of Jonathan Houston, medical doctor, who fell asleep On November the 14th, 1890, aged 77 years old. What time I am afraid I will put my trust in thee. And there's cars parked here, people park here, just as you come in. This beautiful one. Here rests the remains of Major Arthur V.D. Fitzgerald, late 1st Battalion, the Royal Scots, who departed this life on the 29th of December 1903, aged 45 years old. Also here lie the remains of his beloved brother, Louis, who died in December 1905, aged 55. There's a beautiful statue again, an angel, holding like a bugle in his hand, pointing up towards heaven. Absolutely gorgeous. And the weather is gorgeous here today. So we're lucky again with the weather. Erected by Ellen Carmody in loving memory of her darling and loving sister, Catherine MacDonald Kitty, who died in 1908. Beautiful headstone with the vines coming up, wrapping itself around the cross. And as I said, you can hear all the seagulls. I'm just going to try and get up, guys, around this area. And here's another angel statue. In loving memory of Thomas Knight Roach, died 27th of June 1897, aged 54 years old, and of his son Thomas Joseph Knight Roach, died 1897, aged 11 years old, and his daughter Gwendolyn Lamé, died October 1919, aged 26, and his widow Mary Theresa Keeley, died in 1926, aged 75 years old. And there's all these lovely flowers growing on the grave. All these beautiful orange flowers, and I'm not sure what they are, if anybody might know what they are. But a beautiful colour on them. I love the angel statues. I just love the work the sculpture has put into these. Back in the 1800s, I think it's remarkable that they're able to sculpt such magnificent headstones. The detail of the gown or dress on the woman, the angel. You can see the folds on it and everything. Just very, very amazing to see. And it just says on the other side here also, his sons Leo died in 1916, aged 28, interred in Belgium. Edmund killed in action, 1918, aged 23. I'm sure that's the First World War. Died in Belgium. We have a war headstone here, and I hope you can see it with the light. An anchor. Quartermaster Henry Tyrrell, RMS Leinster, October 1918, aged 58 years old. Rest in peace, Henry Tyrrell. Thank you for your service. This fine large monument here with marble pillars on 4 sides. And the woman with the urn, like she's mourning, with the half drape urn. Beautiful. Loving memory of Oliver Latham, who died on the 14th of December 1884 at Cliff Castle, Dalkey, aged 42 years old, a man greatly beloved. The fine big monument. I'm just going to bring you over to read this grave here. And I love the bottom part here, the way it's kind of round shape to the top of it at the end of the grave. Beautiful white marble headstone. Your dove, thy will be done, at the top. And the beautiful urn at the top once again. Loving memory of our dear mother, Matilda MacBlain, widow of Thomas MacBlain, who fell asleep in Jesus, 1891, age 77 years old. Her end was full of peace, fitting her uniform, petty serene. Also her dear son, Thomas MacBlain, who died May the 11th, 1894, aged 56, forever with the Lord, and her daughter, Jane MacBlain, who died in 1903. And we have this one here, we'll read this. Beautiful headstone with a scroll and a wreath. And it looks like a man with a helmet on there. An affectionate memory of my dearly loved husband, William Eddowes, Surgeon Major, Bengal Army, who fell asleep in Jesus on the 17th of January 1880. He served in the Crimea in the Indian Mutiny and with the 2nd PWO Gurkhas in the Malta-Cyprus expedition and in the Afghan campaign of 1878 to 1879. So, a Sergeant Major in the Bengal Army. Very interesting. And here we have a fine tomb. In memoriam, Joseph D. Cope died 9th of April 1899, aged 69 years old. Erected by his friends to honour the memory of a zealous official, a true friend, a good man, able, upright, kind and just, who died in office after 40 years' service as clerk of Rathdown Union. Joseph D. Cope. A beautiful monument. And there's the face of Joseph D. Cope. Marble. Very nice. And there's actually writing on the side of it, guys, and I'm going to try and see can I get in at the side here and maybe read what it says on the side. George P. Cope, medical doctor, son of Joseph D. Cope, died February 27, 1947, age 85. Also his wife Mary Maud died 1953, age 87, and their daughter Hilda, May the 3rd, 1991, aged 94 years old. So there was someone not too far back in 1991 interred here with Mr. Cope, family member. It's a beautiful tomb and design. And just at the back of the tomb then we'll read what it says here. Belinda Sarah, widow of Joseph D. Cope, died February the 5th, 1909, age 85, and their daughter Ima Margaret Cope died 1914, age 56. And there's a red brick or a brick left there, and I don't know why there was a brick left there, but it's not part of this tomb. And I'm sure there's something about this man online. I've read something before and it doesn't jog my memory at the moment, but I will put it up online on the video. So I'm just going to go up this direction and look at all these lovely trees either side in the cemetery. They look like they're well maintained. That's the chapel where they keep the bodies before burial, and maybe have a little service there for the person that's going to be interred here in the cemetery in Deansgrange. There's another urn, love and memory of William Moxham, who died in 1900, age 46. Another urn monument. And this is underneath the chapel area, and I believe there's bodies and coffins underneath that area there, in that crypt. They're interred underneath the floor of the church in lead coffins. The lead coffins would keep the bodies from, rotting and maybe a waft coming through the floorboards of the church when there was a service going on. It would stop that from happening. So it's all locked up at the moment, so there's no way of getting inside to have a look inside the crypt. And I would love to see inside that crypt. I'm just on the way down here to on the church crypt area. I have this marble one here also. And look at that, it's a drape coming down over the monument. And it looks like there's a book on top of that, and the drape comes down over it then. In tender memory of a deeply affectionate, much loved husband and father, William Hall, CE, who was called home 1894 on his 68th year. And on the other side it says, and their only child, Elizabeth S. Winifred Hall, who died December the 3rd, 1907. Elizabeth J. Hall, wife of William, died April 24th, 1907. Isn't that a beautiful monument with the drape? Just another example of the work that those sculptors were able to complete back in the day. Edward Thomas Godkin died 28th of April 1950. Margaret Godkin, beloved wife of the above, died May 1970. Fine marble grave. A lovely scroll grave here in a scroll design. Sacred to the memory of Anne Stewart, widow of Reverend F. Stewart of Hornhead, Donegal, died 1894, age 86. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Jesus will God bring with him. A woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Beautiful scroll design headstone. So I'll just keep going down, like, guys, around the area. I don't know what these are here growing, but they're very unusual looking on the grave here. And meat and plants aren't very good. So if anybody knows, comment underneath this grave. And I see it growing on a few graves here actually. Could be a wild weed maybe of some sort. So what I'm trying to do today, guys, is fit in a couple of old 1800s headstones and maybe a couple of new ones as well. You know, ones with photographs on them and stuff like that, because I really like doing those ones also with photos on them. So we'll try and get everything in we can today in the cemetery. The weather's fantastic in Deansgrange today. Absolutely beautiful weather. And I just spotted this here, and we'll have a read and see what's on it. Isn't that beautiful, with a little white, like a picket fence miniature size picket fence, white, around the grave here, and the flowers. Very bright and tidy looking grave. And that angel. Loving memory of Mary and Daniel. Mum and Dad, those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near. Still loved, still missed, and very dear, forever in our hearts. And there's lovely red roses and an Irish flag. And this little grave here is very different looking to what I see. A little cross that's made with shells. How beautiful is that? Seashells stuck to this cross. And it says 43 WM on it there. But there is a little plaque in front. Pray for the souls of Richard and Bridget Dalton, R.I.P. is on that side, and actually is writing here on the other side of this shell cross, in love, in memory of Mary Dowdle, I think it is, died November the 10th, and it's hard to see a date on that. I can see a 2 on it there, but just a beautiful cross headstone that caught my eye here with all those wonderful shells. Look at that, beautiful. And here we have another one beside. Loving memory of Mary Clifford, died in 1934, age 46, and Christopher, March 1958. And there's an angel here and a harp. In honour of volunteer John Hickey Dunleary, who died for Ireland the 14th of December 1920. Volunteer John Hickey, thank you for your service. You can just see the area is beautiful here with the birds and the wildlife and all these lovely headstones. And look at that tree, isn't that beautiful? Just the way it spreads out, all those big branches. So the wind is picking up a bit, but it's not too bad. And here we have another war grave, number 5797, Rifleman J. Mulhern, Royal Irish Rifles, 24th of April 1916, age 40 years old. Rest in peace, J. Mulhern, and thank you for your service. And there we see the harp again, and the angel, Freedom of Ireland. This old grave here looks, it's not old, but it looks like it needs a bit of attention maybe. It's a beautiful plaque here. Loving memory of Babs McCabe, 1966 to 2016. Rest in peace. And Noel McCabe. Dad and Granddad at the back. It's a picture of Babs. Beautiful picture. Rest in peace, sweetheart. There's a lot of people interred in this cemetery. I'm not sure how many, but very, very large area. And there's people here today tending their loved ones' graves, so I don't want to really interfere with people. So this one is beautiful here. In loving memory of a beloved husband and dad, Daniel Breen. Died the 3rd of January 1984. Beloved grandson, Derek Tiswell. Died 2001, aged 29 years old. And Joan Breen, beloved mother of Stella. Died March 2015, aged 93 years old. And there's loads of lovely artificial flowers on the grave. And all these little angels at the foot of it here. Mum and Dad. All these lovely. Derek, much loved, always in our hearts. Mum and Dad, Robert and Daniel. And all the pots have blown over with the wind. So I'm going to fix them up straight and do the best I can. And the beautiful pictures on the grave here. Real old picture. And a picture here as well, black and white. How beautiful. Rest in peace for all the people interred here. It's rough growth in these areas here. There's a lot of thorns and briars, wild growth. And I love these ones because Paddy Delaney died 1989, age 61, and his loving wife, Sheila Nee McNevin, who died 2013, age 83. And there's a picture of Sheila in later years, and a picture of Patrick, her husband. But then down below you have this picture of when they were young, as a young couple, black and white. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful picture of the couple. And rest in peace, Patrick and Sheila. They're together again. Graham, in loving memory of Mary Ann. Died 1929. Edward, 1942, grandfather. John, 1944. Mary Riley, 1948, grandmother. There's another lovely old picture. Lovely headstone. I really do like the ones with the photos on them. They're kind of bring the person to life, you know. You kind of have some idea of the person when you see their pictures. And here's a loving memory of my dear husband Martin C. Darcy. Died October 1991, age 83 years old. Erected by his loving wife Sheila. And it's in memory of her husband Martin, but I don't see her name that she's interred here. But there's still a photograph of Martin here, and I presume this is his wife Sheila, and I don't know if she's still alive, but her photo is on the headstone, so it's an interesting one. Mitchell, the Mitchell family, William and Mary Mitchell. Another fine headstone, flowers well kept. Our Lady holding a wreath in her hands. So guys, I think from this beautiful cemetery in Deansgrange, Dublin today, from me, Irish Eyes, and to you wonderful people, thank you for watching my channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again on the next one. Take care, God bless, and look after one another, guys.